It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jets and the Broncos. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the New York Jets. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down. Zach Wilson and Russell Wilson.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
And off we go from Denver. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills. The ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete. Okuegbuna. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Watch 36.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball. but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Let's get him. Come on.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, it's our house. Hey, check. Good, good. 57. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. Uses the stiff arm. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right.
Here's Wilson. That is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Gordon diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
2nd and 10. Now Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzoma. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And the top speed he attained there, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Completes it to Davis. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Shoves him aside.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wilson. He'll drop that down to Carter underneath. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game too. On second down now, it's Hall. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Zerline's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Line 36. Line 36.
Now Wilson on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Last stop.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
All right.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Randy Gregory showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Set. 60. Pittsburgh.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sand.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Kill. Turn up. Well.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 31 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete, Okure-Buna. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Okure-Buna, 59 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Let's go.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. They'll run on first down. Hall, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Wilson uncorks one for Davis. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
Let's do this.
Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Zach Wilson.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and this is now a 1-point game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has it up for the 1st.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He'll get that complete to Alberto. That catch good for only a couple.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On 2nd down, Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Get ready. Get ready.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will extend their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Wilson.
They'll check this one down to Carter.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Hall, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. There's Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, is starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Come on, fellas.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. Nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
There we go.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Good job.
Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You got to find your tight end in that situation.
Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown. C.J. Uzomah from 4 yards out. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this is now a 1-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he made him buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
Let's go,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Silver. Mike, 36. Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
What we got? Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. Been a decent start for him here in this 1st half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Now he's forced out right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, Wilson, and it's caught over the middle. Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wilson. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 46. And Zerline's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Second down and 3.
Don't get nervous. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
McManus's point after is good, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for the Jets. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. this offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throwing is Wilson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To throw again on second down. Wilson escaping the pressure, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. Okule-Buna.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Back to throw. Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And this game is tied again here in the 3rd. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, it's Hall, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Wilson got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver's offense ready to go again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Wilson's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Shotgun snap and a give to Carter. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
On the carry, it's Bawden. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll run again. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail, and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Denver's offense now set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Line 36. You run. Watch 36. Check.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 7.
Watch the curl.
Here's Wilson. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
I got you, boy. 19. Reload. Got it.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Alert.
They run it here with Gordon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Line 36. Go.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Just like that. Go, 14.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Watch 36 to Mike.
Wilson. Flush. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Now McManus for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll run on 1st down. Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 8 coming up. Now Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. After the interception, here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos use their short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, that's what you want to see from your quarterback when it's a goal line situation. A guy who's not afraid to tuck the ball, give his body up, and get into the end zone. That ought to inspire his entire team.
McManus now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to take over here. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man here is Conklin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a throw here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. Flush to it, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing is Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Carter, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Here's the Jets punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second down and 5. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work again?
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st down, it's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Delay of game.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Here's Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I don't care what you is.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Bang out, bang out, bam, bam. Pick your game up.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.